And I heard this song, Cira Murphy, the gobshite from Belfast. I was listening to it today. He's a shite singer, just starting off now, to be honest with you. It's very difficult to understand. He's I think he did 3 years or something up in the north. He's a dissident Republican or something. And he picked up the guitar when he was in prison and learned a few chords, and all of a sudden he's a, you know, songwriter, musician and all the rest of it. And he was going on about some nonsense about, you know, us racists, that we don't want all these foreigners coming in, and Ireland's only a state of mind, patriotism is only a state of mind. This guy was probably willing to go out and kill people for this state of mind. And I was checking out the internet to see if I could get the lyrics, because I can hardly understand the guy with that real thick, heavy Belfast accent. But I couldn't find the lyrics of the song. But basically, what he supports this bunch of gobshites here, down here in the south, the AFA, you know, a bunch of greasy-haired fucking mummies boys, you know. But he's waffling on. You know, oh, we were all immigrants and we went here and we went there. So what, like? So what? So that means we've to open border and let every single refugee in the world come to Ireland? Like, that's going to solve their problems in their country? You should be encouraging them to stay in their own country and to fight the system that they're running away from. Like I'm encouraging our people to stay here and fight the system. You're not going to sort the system out when you're over in America or Australia or Canada or wherever you go, or across to the UK or to Europe. But, you know, these guys think because they were in the north for a few years and they suffered a bit of, you know, hardship, that all of a sudden they can speak for the whole Irish nation. You know what I mean? That somehow they're more patriotic than us. That's a load of shite. Most of them don't even know who I am. They don't know my past. And I'm probably more Republican than the whole lot of them put together. And that's the thing, they don't know. And that's why you can see through these fucking gobshites. You know, I was around in the 70s. I used to pop across the border from Donegal into Derry, throwing bricks and petrol bombs at the British. There you are, boys. And you're telling me I'm not a patriot and a nationalist and all the right. Go way out at you bunch of gobshites, you. You did 3 years, big deal, Murphy, so what? And then you come criticising and pointing your finger at me and pointing your finger at my comrades that we're not patriotic. You're the one that's the traitor. You and the rest of the so-called dissident Republicans, yous are only a bunch of thugs. That's all you are. The IRA put down their arms. The war is over, bucko. You and the other gobshites in the real IRA and the continuity IRA. All you know is violence, and that's all you want. You don't want peace in your own country. You're a bunch of hypocrites and thugs. That's basically what yous are. And if the IRA, the provisional IRAs, put down their arms and they said, that's it, that's the end of the war is over, well then, that's good enough for me. I've no time for the shinners. The shinners are a bunch of marxist shites, but I know a good few Republicans. Murphy. Mr. Cira Murphy. I probably know a lot more Republicans than you know. So don't be calling me a racist and not being patriotic. You and the rest of the gobshites in the AFA, if they saw a handgun, they'd probably piss their pants. Watched it all on YouTube. All the riots going on up in the north. Egypt. And then they turn around, they say, you know, we don't care about anyone. You just don't care about anyone. The only people you lot identify with, particularly the AFA, all these other socialists, these scumbag dissident Republicans, fucking thugs, that's all you are, a bunch of thugs. living off drug money, going around terrorising people, protection rackets and all the rest of it. You shame every fucking Republican that ever shed their blood and their life in this country. You shame them all. The whole singing your songs about them. Murphy and all the rest of them. All full of shite. And the only one any of you identify with is James Connolly. You don't look at Porrick, Pearse or McDonough or any of the rest of them, because they weren't left-wing enough yet. So don't talk to me about patriotism at all. He's the only one you identify with is James Connolly, because he was a socialist. Go on any of your websites or any of your fucking forums, and that's all you ever talk about is Connolly. We, Democratic Right Movement, and the members of the Democratic Right Movement have more in common with those who have fought for 800 years than you bunch of scumbags have. Because the only one you can identify with is Connolly. He's the only one out of all of them that have fought and died for this country that you can identify with. Because you know that none of the others would fucking give you, they wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. So you can take James Connolly and shove him up your arse as well. Patriots. Fucking patriots, my arse. You get up and start singing songs and all of a sudden you're liberating the Irish, are you? Fucking gobshites. Sorry folks, I'm going off on a rant. It's just I was listening to, I could understand some of the lyrics of a song. I wasn't even going to talk about this. This is what happens to me. I don't have any intention of going off on a rant. But when you have these gobshites, and I apologise for the language, people, honestly. I was throwing petrol bombs and they weren't even born. They know absolutely nothing about me. They know nothing about my fucking history. I'm more Republican than probably most of them. And have done more for this country than they will ever do in a fucking lifetime. And they have the cheek to turn around and tell me I'm a racist and I'm a traitor. It's you boys that are the traitors. You don't give a shite. You don't give a shite about your own people. As long as it's not the Brits. Oh Jesus, not the Brits. Anyone else can invade us. All the third world parasites can come in. They can pour in from Pakistan, Afghanistan, the Middle East, all over Eastern Europe. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, as long as they're not Brits. It doesn't matter if we become a minority in our own country, as long as the majority aren't the Brits. Yous are the true traitors. Yous are the real traitors. You represent absolutely nothing. You have no ties with the struggle that has gone on in this country for 800 years. You're full of shite. The whole lot of yous now. And I'm telling you now to your face, and I hope you fucking scumbags in the real IRA and the continuity IRA are looking in, because you're a bunch of thugs. All you want to do is drag this country back down. You want to restart the war so you can go out and sing your stupid so-called rebel songs and feel tough, going out killing innocent people. Oh yeah, you boys are real fucking tough, alright. You're hanging around with fucking drug dealers, protecting them. You're forcing them to give you protection money. Do you think any of our ancestors would have done that? Do you think even Connolly, do you think Connolly himself would have had anything to do with that? Going around extorting people, extorting money from innocent Irish people. And you're robbing them and fucking terrorising them. So Murphy, you take your guitar and shove it right up your arse, because you're only a thug, a loudmouth, and you think you represent, lot are represent republicanism in this country, do you? You wouldn't know what a true Republican was if it jumped up and bit you on the arse. Fucking singing songs about us. You can't even sing, by the way, and your lyrics are shite, what I can make of them. Most of them I can't understand because your fucking accent. But anyway, these are the kind of people that put us down.